Thank you so much for staying tuned to this channel. If you just joined us, this is TMI Sunday's edition. You should just see the reaction of the first discussion segment. Many persons really have interest because some are members of this quasi-security outfit. Others are saying yes, they should get involved. Others are still saying no, they should be excluded. But come on, what's your take? We've done that. If you really want to watch it, you go to our YouTube channel, you click on it. ITV Radio Benin, click on it, go to videos, and you go through again, you listen to it over and over again to see the point for and of course the points against. Right now I'm going to take a look at the forthcoming election and the deepening PDP crisis. Last week, Wike and his group, they are saying, for the pulled out, so to speak, from the Article campaign organization. Yes, they said they still have issues that the chairman must go. And right now, people like I said, are trying to find a way to really merge the party together to bring them as one family. Do you think this is going to happen before the election campaign will commence or before the main election? Do you think this crisis in this political party is going to squat or destabilize the party from really gaining that #1 seat in the country, talking about the presidency? I still have the same set of guests with me here in the studio. Hope they will not be sentimentally attached to this topic because the first topic sends lots of sentiments for and of course against. Barrio Sahon is still here, Samuel Higacho is very much here, and of course Emmanuel Boba is still on the ground. Emmanuel, you're going to start off this discussion. Deepening crisis in the PDP. Is it going to be a plus for them or a plus for the political party? You can even give, is that a kind of what really started all this, if it's really worth it? Take it up from there.
I would say it's worth it.
It's worth it. All right.
The PDP, they are the architect of this problem, the Northern PDP. When you, I think Bala Mohammed, governor of Bauchi State, when he refused to step down for Atiku at the convention, he said something that stepping down for Atiku will bring crisis in PDP. Because he has seen that it's like a gang up against a particular Southern candidate. Now you did that. The party chairman who has said, I will step down once the candidate comes from the north. We've gotten to that place now. And this candidate you people gang up against, you guys gang up against the north, especially how you created a structure to fight against that certain candidate, is now reacting. And you use this comment, won't you just step down? At least it will pacify this person. Honor your word, that's what Governor Wike is saying.
Honor your word.
Honor your word. He's not saying, Governor Wike, some persons are saying he's trying to remove the party chairman, he's always trying to have his way. We agree, he's aggrieved. And he has said, immediately after this, that he's going to work for his party. He's going to work for the PDP. He's not going to leave the PDP for anybody. So the convention is passed. He has lost. But all these things, the party chairman who is supposed to be a father to everybody, is the one after the convention going to tell a particular candidate that you are the hero of the convention. Let's even be honest to ourselves. He does not even need to say, I promise to step down if a candidate from the north emerge. You have to go because you have shown that you cannot actually manage a party. You went further. He went further. The people are angry that this is the nonsense you did. And Governor Wike rightly said on interview some days ago that he was approached by Atiku that I want us to work together. Be my VP. He told Atiku, you've already promised Okowa, I don't want it. He said he has told them that he wants to give. Now you set up a committee. You set up a committee. The committee, according to Wike, recommended Wike. Ayu went behind. This same Ayu went behind and say, you can actually choose. The committee did not do what we asked them to do. So pick Governor Okowa. And this same Governor Okowa, that is why I say I don't know how this whole PDP structure is organized. I don't know who is advising them, to be honest. You want to pick a VP from the south. You are picking somebody. Governor Okowa is currently having issues in PDP in Delta State with one of the former governors who we know is the major godfather in Delta State PDP, Governor James Ibori. He's having issues in his own state The other governor from the south, who is his friend supporting him, is Governor Obaseki. Does not even hold the PDP structure in Edo State intact. Does not hold the political structure in Edo State intact. We all know this. We see him and Chief Danobi having issues. The PDP is in chaos today in Edo State. These are the only two governors from the south, the only leaders from the south, that is even backing your so-called VP, your VP candidate. And your VP candidate is having issue in his state. The other person supporting is also having issues in his own state. The other person having issues in his own state. This is the place this is the camp you went to pick VP from. And the southeastern PDP leaders are all in line with Governor Wike. The southwest PDP, Governor Sheyi Makinde is the leader of PDP Southwest. He's still working for Governor Wike. You leave Wike's camp, you went ahead to pick from a camp that is even struggling. I want to see how Governor Kowa is going to deliver up to 70% of the vote in Delta State. I don't see that thing happening.
All right, but people may just say it's happening. Let's just leave it at that for now.
Well, I don't.
Okay, you don't. Okay.
It won't happen.
Aras, over to you. The deepening crisis in the PDP. You have court suits here, court injunctions there. You get to see names appearing, disappearing. You get to hear Wike complaining. You get to hear so many things all around the PDP.
Listen, I think the problem of PDP is, let me say, greed, one, and sentimental choice during the convention. Because PDP is the only party that have a constitution, in their constitution, rotational government. It is not in the APC constitution. We follow suit because of it has been a practice that you say when the South comes, after the 8 years it goes to the North. It is in the constitution of PDP. And it is also in the constitution of PDP that if a Northerner becomes the presidential candidate, the chairman can also come from the same North. And if he comes from the South, the chairman cannot come from the same South. It is this constitutional ground that is already laid by them. But because some people have some selfish interest, they dance around this game during the convention. Instead of zoning it to the South, they play their mathematics and give it to the North. And the mathematics they played and gave it to the North, they angered the Southern candidates. They angered the Southern governors. They angered the Southern PDP members. Why? Because if you look at all sensitivity, majority of those delegates wanted Wike. Because if you look at, if Tambo has not overturned his vote to Atiku, Wike would have been the winner of that convention. Okay, the man now have accepted defeat. I saw the intrigues. I saw the whole games that went around him. He has a right to cry. When he now cries out, he is not crying out as who is defeated now or who have lost. He's crying out for the constitutional ground on the agreement laid before the convention. He said they had a meeting with other state holders that if the presidential candidate comes from the North, the chairman should resign. So now, the situation have happened. You have Atiku from the North. Because of greed from the national chairman, the Nigerian sickness, I call it Nigerian sickness, we don't like resigning. We don't like leaving position. We like holding to power. We want to use every means. He resigning from the national chairman does not take him away from the leadership of a PDP. He might even be taken to other positions as well. But for peace to reign, it is what you promised. It is what you head down on. So now we cannot cry for justice, cry for equity. You people say he's shouting. Good. He's, as I said, he's somebody that articulates himself in a different way, in an open mind, in a sincere way. He does not hide things in his stomach. Such people are very sincere. They speak it out as it's with them, as they saw it. Because it has even now led to the situation now that their bag of rotten eggs is about to be smelling. because allegations have already come of corruption that were not there before. So why can't you do the needful respectfully and go away? He cannot be removed, yes, by constitution, because he was an elected chairman, but he can resign. That is normal. Then an active chairman takes place.
Okay.
So what Wike is fighting for is for justice and equity in PDP, for sincerity. Like what my brother was talking about, if you look at the best candidate that they could have used for vice is Wike.
Your own opinion?
By my opinion, because listen, by the vote casted, by the delegates, by the members of the party, he won a second position. And the margin he lost is a very minimal margin. For that, it should have been recognized first. If he now says, no, I don't need it, it's a different situation. But you started playing a bagel of games around him to provoke him more.
All right.
If I'm cheated, I will cry.
Obaraye, over to you.
Thank you so much, my brother Wilson. If we were expecting what is going on now politically before 2023, I think we will tell ourselves the truth, because the truth must be told. If you take note, things like this usually happen. These are the curry, the maggi, the fish, and the scubian you use in preparing the forthcoming election. If you also remember the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari after contesting 1, 2, 3, or 4 times. Before this one happened, there were some governors, the likes of Amechi, the likes of Tambuwa, I think, I've forgotten all that moved, Saraki, that moved away from PDP then to join the APC. And the PDP laughed over it, that no, they had no level. And I think that saw the emergence of President Muhammadu Buhari today for the very justice. So we were also, people like us, we were also expecting this to happen. What saved the APC was that somebody that has been there from day one got it. So even if you want to quarrel, you also see that, for say make a vessel, but this person also paid dues. Let's forget sentiment. But what has also happened in PDP was that they would have been able to manage it if they stayed with what was promised. But Wike being a very, very outspoken person, which for me is good, but politically, as ending any is after Wike's 8 years governorship tenure, there will be no politician again that will trust him. Because from our first discussion, you heard some things I was saying, that this happened. So anybody that want to now deal with Wike again will be very, very conscious. We'll make sure that everything is done off camera. Because there are some things that should die with you politically because of where we find ourselves playing politics. So, but for Wike to have told you that you collected 1 billion, my brother, don't go to any pastor again to ask. Because he has told you, and he said, if you provoke me, I will mention the name. Place. So everybody kept quiet quickly because nobody wants his sound to be spoiled. So what PDP would have done was simple. If you want to dine with the devil, you use a long spoon. They would have told Wike openly, the way Wike is also shouting openly, don't see Wike secretly too. Because Wike is somebody that does not have secrets. So don't also do something with him in secret. Don't let him be the one saying it. When you want to also see him in the open. We are here to see Wike, the whole world, we are here, channels, we are here, ITV, we are here. We want to come and greet him, to beg him to forget what has passed, and to also tell him that since the VP position has passed, he should bring about 4 or 5 positions. Let the world hear it. And let Wike say, no, I'm not. You people will not start also hearing your own side of the story. it has been because Wike has been the one talking. That is why the sympathy for him has risen outrageously. People now have sympathy for him. And the man, also very, very sensible, is not a liability. If you watch this, Wike has broken the record as the only governor that worked even better in second tenure than the first tenure. For a man to be boasting and inviting Dick and Harry to come and launch projects in the state, it goes to show that there's something on ground. So, and we want to see people working. That is why people are also following him. Wike's follower now is like he's moving every day. People want to, wherever he is, people want to watch him. If Wike finish speaking, do my brother go and see. Sometimes you see 1.something million views just to listen to Wike. Then the person contesting for presidency or even the vice president candidate does not have that views and followership. So the party would have tried their possible best to manage the situation, because what has happened is what was not supposed to happen. Constitutionally, there's a defect already. Constitutionally, yeah. That's a big mistake. So you put this stand on your word happened. A man that contested passed in the immediate past primaries, came back again contesting when the constitution says no. That one was one. Then secondly, also forgetting a man that is yet to decamp, the man Wike. A man that has made sure that PDP was there when everybody other person rejected. So to me, sanity, and if you want to say the truth, Atiku, if it is not for primaries, does not belong to any party. It comes in.
Your own opinion?
Yes, it comes in. You just calculate it. It comes in after the primaries. It does not get to him. He leaves. If he gets to him, he's dead. If he lost the election, he leaves. But you have a man that has been on ground, making sure. Amechi did his best to dislodge Wike in the state, even as a first-class minister. Not because Wike is with the people. So to me, PDP would have managed the situation. I don't want to sound like a prophet of doom. I think they shot themselves on leg already, and okay. There's an injured player. Want to come and play full time with a player that is not injured. Okay. So they should try. Maybe there's still some skills that injured player can show that we'll be able to win the match. But I'm sure without skills, right. I don't see it coming.
You just know I want to go for a break or return. We'll continue with this discussion. Don't go away. This is This Morning on ITV Sundays edition.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned on this particular segment. It's about the deepening crisis in the PDP. Wike versus RU, and of course some other states having the issues when we talk about the PDP in this country, Nigeria, and of course the way out of it. Now Wike have been accused of anti-party activities because of the way he's been speaking against the party, against the rulership, against the conduct of the primaries. If there be other persons have been shown the exit door, why is he still tolerated by the PDP? Emmanuel.
I don't know what you mean by anti-party activities. He has always said he is for PDP, is in PDP, but he wants the right thing to be done in PDP. He's calling the National Party chairman to honor his word. Somebody went into an election and you as a leader over everybody is telling somebody that you are the hero over somebody else, and that is not even fair. And like you rightly heard from Wike, there are some things, if the party chairman had stepped down when he was supposed to immediately after the convention, I don't think all these issues will be having them today. And I don't know the meaning. That's why I say I don't know what you mean by anti-party activities. A candidate can see anybody he wants to see. He's a sitting governor, for crying out loud, and he's a major leader, and people can come and discuss with him national issues, not just political issues. Some things are national issues. Now he's also saying, okay, this is for the good of even the party we're talking of. And we also see so many governors. The only problem some people are having with Wike is that Wike is loud, is talking. The ones people like Governor Seyi Makinde is doing, can you imagine the National Party chairman calling a sitting governor, not just a sitting governor, other sitting governor and former governors of a party children. I think that one is even more anti-party than what Wike is doing. Wike has only said, honor your word. This thing has to be done the right way, honor the constitution, and I don't see anything anti-party in that one. And outside that, saying the candidate did some things, Wike is only saying this was what you did. He never demarcated the party. He said the party is still a party that can rescue Nigeria from its current woes. And he's not telling, he said nobody, he's not talking about betrayal anymore. Like Governor of Akwa Ibom said, you can't overlook anybody in this matter. And the reason why they are in the seats they are in now is because some persons say something and they cannot do whatever thing they've said.
All right. Now, from what he said there's nothing anti-party about what Wike is doing. Do you agree to his comment? Speaking against the hierarchy of the party you belong to, threatening, so to speak, right now, the presidential candidate of the party you belong to, knowing fully well that the election is around the corner. Is that anti-party?
First and foremost, let's define anti-party. Anti-party is when you are working against your party with another party. That is when you are doing an anti-party. When you are fighting your party against other party, that is an anti-party. But in a situation like Wike, even as far as yesterday or day before yesterday was that last interview, he said he will remain in PDP.
Remain in PDP, is he contributing rather to the growth of the party by his activities?
Yes, because he wants the sincerity, he wants a sincere PDP. He wants a PDP that people can believe in. In that perspective, he's doing the right thing. The people that are not doing the right thing, I see here, is those greedy ones that don't want to relegate their position that they have promised to do. For crying out loud. He has repeated it. Atiku did not deny it. Makinde did not deny it. I think Udom did not deny. All those governors that are with him did not deny that the national chairman said he will resign if the party candidate come from the north. Simple. Principle. Stand by principle. So how is it demarcating the party? The good, the wranglings, the whole problems. I personally, as a party man, I like the wrangling to continue. The scatter to continue. So that they can never get balancing. That is on another side personally. And I believe the APC and the OB session, they are even putting small fire too from the ground. So that this it should continue. That is the Nigerian politics. Like my brother said, before a major election, there must be wranglings. There must be battles. The only thing that can stop them from getting out of this mess is by settling with Wike, whether they like it or not.
Okay.
They just have to settle with the Wike.
All right.
Because Wike is somebody. He's a dedicated politician. If you see what he has been doing, he has had a lot of offers to even leave the party. But he has declined all. And he continued to build on PDP. And he has brought Rivers State to a stage of a national picture. Whether through infrastructure, whether politically, or otherwise. So it's a man to reckon with. Then don't also forget, from the Rivers State, they have the highest vote in the southeast south of 3-point-something million. Don't joke with it, Wilson.
All right.
And this is the only man that can mobilize his people a month out to vote for PDP if he wants it.
And even bring more people to PDP currently.
Yes. So he has the force. It's a force to reckon with. All they need to do, settle this man.
All right.
As he has gone to UK now, they should run quickly with him.
They've done it before.
Yeah, but that one was not possible. No, that one was.
He didn't eat any fruit.
No, that one was not fruitful because Tinubu was there.
All right.
Kwakwaso was there. Obedient was there. So all the political was there. Okay. So there was no way to have a settlement.
All right.
But now he's alone there. They rush and go. As my brother said, they should not talk with him in secret.
Okay.
This is what we are giving to you. This is what we want to give.
Let's make it open.
Let's make it open so that if he said no, people now know he's the bad person.
Okay. Obaraye, over to you. For what they said, his activities, they are not inimical to the PDP. Vis-a-vis not anti-party politics or anti-party in any dimension or aspect. You want to agree to the assertion?
I'm yet to see what is anti-party in it, because I think if he had been seen attending, I think the section where you can say somebody anti-party, you see him in the meeting, not in the company, because you have friends, but in a meeting, are you getting it? But we are yet to see any party telling us Wike had a meeting with them. So I think Wike is sensible. He has not also misfire when it comes to what we can use in holding him to drive him away. But the truth must be told. What may I want PDP to do? When it comes to election, nobody is bigger. You must use anything you can see to win election. That is why you see even other people are trying to buy into the present crisis that is ongoing. The Wike factor that PDP is trying to also toy with is simple. Wike is no longer just Rivers alone. They've bossed Wike, and Wike has bossed them that Wike now has so many sympathy that I can count 5 states now that Wike has in his kitty. That the governors are following Wike as if Wike is their presidential. I get it now. Yeah. Governor Makinde, if Wike finish speaking, he continues. Autumn, same thing. So, and those are Wike's good friends. Not also forgetting the Edo that we are. It was Wike that came. I get it now. According to them and we, that they said did the magic, and the present governor accepted it by going to Port Harcourt to thank Wike. And since when Wike removed his hand, it has been from one political crisis in Edo in PDP to another, that as we speak now, we are yet to know the candidate of PDP in the forthcoming election, because the court will tell you next week, the court will tell you 2 weeks time. So it's because of the Wike factor. So if Wike was still here, I'm sure everything would have since been settled. So if we are so going to count the states where Wike has power, we can also leave Edo out of the kitty. So if a man that has all these terrestrial powers, political terrestrial powers, it's not a man we should just sit down and keep quiet to. If a man tells you that the first 3 presidential aspirants can leave their comfort zone in Nigeria, fly out of the country to go and pay a visit to a man, and if you see the man was on same shirt same day with other governors staying by, he goes to tell you the value of that man. And if we are also going to calculate the permutation, that is a man now plus or minus with the governors he has that can jokingly give you 10 million votes, yes, citing his own state as a case study, taking 1 million, taking from all other states. That's it. He has about 7-8 million votes that if you settle today with him, that can come to your kitty. And politics is not all about English. It's all about number. I get it. So if you have a man boasting with numbers, so it's not the man you should toy with. So this is the man you are so shouting to now. Forget about numbers. This is a man too that can, without stress, give the opposition vote for their money, billion to billion. So our politics is not just about number. You also need financial capacity. So Wike is not just somebody with high number value politically, but Wike is at least a political central bank when it comes to election. So it's not something we should just sit down and pretend nothing is happening. Right. But to me, you can see that it might also befall those that did not stand on their words. Because if Ayu had resigned for Wike to be happy, and immediately after Atiku wins, God forbid, and bringing Ayu back, have you not been able to down with the devil and also maybe do this just for you to say, okay, Oga resign, put somebody you trust, come on, if he resigns, no problem. By the time you win, which is impossible, you cannot manifest and use whatever powers you want to do. So Buhari can tell you now that this is the person he wants for APC chairman, national party chairmanship. So right. PDP lost their political tactics on trying to settle this issue that has bedeviled them for the very just now, that I don't foresee them even coming second in the next election.
All right, let's see how all this will pan out, if peace will eventually come into the party, because machinery is already in motion to make sure that these aggrieved parties and the PDP, they are settled. I would have to give your last line on this discussion, but our time is up, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But let's see, 30 seconds each. I think that will suffice. Do you see how you resign in 30 seconds? Your last line in this discussion, quickly.
I think he has to, but let me just quickly say this.
Yeah.
I think the real people who are anti-party here is the Atiku's camp, because PDP is strongest in the south, not even in the north. Atiku lost even his own polling unit, his ward and his local government to Buhari. PDP is strongest in the south, and the strongest PDP person in the south is here some Wike. So just give him what he wants.
Thank you so much, Aras.
Well, that the same advice I will give. If the PDP want to survive this mess, they got to give Wike what he wants.
Obaraye.
It's simple. I don't want them to settle so that it will the fight will continue. You should not resign. Wike should keep fighting and so that after 2020 Wike becomes my man of the match.
Thank you so much. Well, you've heard them. You've heard them. Some wanted to settle, others saying no, let the fighting continue for the party to benefit. But come on, what can you do in the presence of rancor? But you can achieve much when peace is in the offing. Well, gentlemen, thank you once more. Thank you so much for wonderful analysis, the opinions. Yes, it has nothing to do with ITV, but there's talk to the rules and regulations governing the airwaves. See you next week Sunday, God willing. Bye for now.